I hope it starts at the same one. How did I get a B? I don't even. When Celeste was giving her testimony earlier, he was carrying a sports bag containing, at the very least, a tracksuit. I presume he was going to work out. She never once mentioned the tracksuit's color. Just wash over me, man. Whoosh. I was like, yeah, it's a blue tracksuit. Because it's blue in color. I see it with my own eyes. I didn't think that they didn't say blue. Like, ugh, come on. That's what makes this game hard. Is like, you can kind of know just enough to screw it all up, just because you're, like the omnipresent. Celeste, what color was Fujisaki's tracksuit? As I recall, it was blue. And did you tell anyone before the class trial? You were the only person I told, Nyagi. Then why did you find out that Fujisaki wore a blue tracksuit, Wada? Well, he must have just found Fujisaki's tracksuit at some point during his investigation. No, he couldn't have. The bag and tracksuit would have already been disposed of when we began our investigation. Then the reason he knew what color it was is because he saw Chi with it before he died. By Chi, do you mean Fujisaki? So which was it? Did you see his tracksuit or didn't you? I just happened to run into him last night and catch a glimpse of it. The kid was walking around carrying it. No, that couldn't have happened either. When I was talking to Celeste, she told me. She quickly stuffed the sleeve back into her bag, almost as if she was trying to hide it, and then left. Then after telling him his tracksuit was hanging out, Fujisaki stuffed it into his sports bag. Even if you had stumbled into him, you wouldn't know the color of the tracksuit inside the bag. You dug your own grave. More like you led him to his grave. That's why you said what you did, isn't it? Your spiel about knowing who Fujisaki met with by looking at his tracksuit was all a bunch of crap. I see. So that was a bluff, was it? Your true intention was to cause the culprit to misspeak. That's why you said you knew who the culprit was, to scare him. That's right. Except, I always had my sights set on Uwada. I was suspicious of him from the beginning. But why? Why do you think Uwada was suspicious? What do you think? I don't think I got this right, but maybe I did. That's when it struck me that Uwana knew Fujisaki was male. You noticed such a minuscule detail? What are you, woman? Some kind of witch? Scary. I'm not the one you should be afraid of. What you should really be afraid of are people who kill others who kill their friends. Uwada, is it true? Did you really murder Fujisaki? I didn't kill anyone. The hell's your problem anyway? I make one little slip of the tongue, having one little brain fart, and all of a sudden you're calling me the culprit? Yeah, really. There's nothing but baseless accusations. Bro would never do such a thing. You have a point. It's hardly decisive evidence. You're already backing down? What other choice do we have? We have nothing else to go off of. Oh, 'tis my time to shine. Just a whisper. I heard it in my ghost. Oh yeah, you mentioned you found some evidence pointing to the culprit before, didn't you, Yamada? Did you really? What'd you find? Actually, thinking about it a little more, it might not actually mean anything. Don't fizzle out on us like that, man. Just come on, let us see it, alright? Well, if you insist. Here it is. And what's that? 'Tis an electro ID I found on the floor, so I picked it up. He found an electro ID. It must belong to... As I recall, Fujisaki's electro ID wasn't found at the scene of the crime, was it? Yes, that is correct. I knew I was right. I thought that might be the case, that this might belong to Master Fujisaki. That'll give us some kind of clue leading to the culprit, yeah? I had the same idea, but alas, 'tis broken and it won't even start up. It's likely that after committing the murder, the culprit broke it in an attempt to destroy evidence. That's strange though, electro IDs are not easy to break. You got that right. They're completely waterproof with very high impact resistance, so they shouldn't break in everyday use. And yet his electro ID is broken, as was Kuwata's in the entrance hall. Wouldn't you say they're breaking a little too often for as highly as you praise them? Truth is, there's a bit of a mystery for you there. So here's the question, why oh why did the electro IDs break? Monokuma, you told Togami and I that the electro IDs have a weakness. Crap, you remembered that? Yeah, I might have accidentally let that slip, but I never told anyone what the weakness actually was. But for two electro IDs, which are not supposed to break under normal stress to be found broken, the only reasonable conclusion is that someone discovered their weakness. You know what it is, don't you, Monokuma? What is the weakness? What? You want me to tell? I think it's a vital piece of information, and it wouldn't be fair to withhold that from us. What? If I tell you and someone goes and tries it themselves, I don't want to have to deal with that. Come on, tell us. We won't try it, we promise. Oh, fine. I have a soft spot for pleading, but seriously, don't try this at home, kids. Very well. But this is a special occasion. The almighty electro ID's one and only weakness is the extended exposure to high temperatures causes thermal runaway, destroying it. As I thought. As you thought? I found this electro ID in the sauna. Isn't it weird how you don't get burned in the sauna when temperatures can exceed 100 degrees Celsius? This is because as your sweat evaporates into the air, it creates a protective layer around your skin. Incidentally, if you blow hot air directly under your skin while in the sauna, you will get burned. That's because it disturbs the air around your skin. This is why it hurts to move around in the sauna. This is also why it hurts to move around in the sauna. For that reason, you must take care and remain still and quiet in the sauna. Fascinating. I feel smarter. 'Twas a completely useless piece of trivia. But hey, if the victim's electro ID was found in the sauna, maybe they put it there on purpose, intending to break it by taking advantage of its weakness. Then the culprit must have known the weakness. But how'd he figured it out then? Monokuma said he didn't tell anyone. 'Tis a mystery indeed. But what if he accidentally discovered it? What do you mean accidentally? The culprit could have thought some turn of events accidentally broken his own electro ID in the sauna, and then, having discovered the electro ID's weakness, he was able to repeat that a second time with Fujisaki's. That's certainly possible, but then who did it? I can't imagine anyone would bring their electro IDs into the sauna, but I can. You for real? I can think of one person who might have brought their electro ID into the sauna. There's only one person who entered in the sauna with their clothes on. Uwada. It was you who broke your electro ID in the sauna, wasn't it? What? Why him? Why? Uwada, you and Ishimura held an endurance contest in the sauna a couple days ago, didn't you? You went into the sauna with your uniform still on. But I expect you didn't take your Electro ID out beforehand. This was when you figured it out, that your Electro ID break in the song. Stop it. You accuse bro of being a killer, but I refuse to believe it. Where's the conclusive evidence? I don't want to believe it either, but I have evidence that proves it's the truth. I took my advice and listened to him all this time rather than trying to just pick the first one that comes up that sounds good. Uwata, does the Electro ID you have actually even belong to you? What's that supposed to mean? The broken ID we found in the entrance hall, is that one actually yours, Uwata? What in the world are you getting at? I'm saying I think he traded Electro IDs. His broken Electro ID for Kuwata's functional one. I mean, Monokuma said himself that Kuwata's Electro ID couldn't be broken. I sure did. I can take that much punishment, no problemo. He can take that much punishment. Which means the Electro ID in the entrance hall was really Uwata's. And the one he has with him right now belonged to Uwata? But doesn't trading break the rules? Wouldn't that count as lending? Here is my verdict on that issue. The rules forbid you from lending your Electro ID to anyone, but dead people don't count as people. It's a bit of a gray area, but I decided it was okay. More importantly, it made things more interesting. Accordingly, I declared he is not in violation of the school rules for trading Electro IDs with a dead guy. So, Uwata, if I'm wrong about this, please say so. I think I'd prefer to be proven wrong. Son of a... What's the matter, bro? Tell him. Tell him he's wrong. Tell him he must be wrong. Your deductions are fatally flawed. Everything. They're all trumped up accusations. Then why don't we go back over everything that happened from the beginning? That should make it clear whether my deductions were wrong. Alright. I'm not 100% sure about that one, but I'll go back and check it soon. Let's go and fill in some of the easier blanks here. Let's see. So he rolls up the carpet. Rolls up the carpet. Takes the poster off. Goes in here, most likely. Oh no, yeah, this one's a lot harder than the other one. Alright, so what do we have here? See, Celeste sees the blue tracksuit, stuff's in the tracksuit, Act 2. Door, enters the door, sees Iwata working out, hey, hey. Shuts the... No? Maybe? I don't necessarily think this is right. So he rolls up, rolls up, takes down the poster, picks her up. Still not 100 convinced. I'm not convinced. Woman picks her up, takes her to the women's room. Uses the ID, puts up the poster, puts her down. Exhausted. But recreated the crime scene. Act 4, he comes in, sees her there. Sets her up. This time around, yeah, this time around, it seems way harder. Like, I think most of this is right. There may be, I'm really not sure about these last two. I'm gonna go with it. Let's see what happens here.